Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this here and open up this blank line here. I don't know if it's blank or not, but anyway, it is. Okay. All right. So last week I talked about the 19th semi-prime and triprime. So today, what I want to talk about is, I want to talk about the 19th quad prime, which is 150, and the 19th quint prime, which is 280. Okay. So again, we have three numbers. And so what is the significance of this? What is the significance of overhead is 19? Okay? So let's look at it. Okay? This line immediately tells you how many chapters are in the Quran. Okay? If you look at 150, 150 happens to be 150 is the (114th) composite. Okay. So there we are. So immediately we see that God is talking about the Quran through this. Moreover, 150 is the index of the index of 195. So 195 is a composite, and its index is 150. So guess what 195 is? 195 is actually the numerical value of Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad in chapter 19. Okay? 195 is the numerical value of Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad in chapter 19. Okay? So 150 also happens to be the numerical value of the numerical value of the word Isa. Okay. The word Isa, it happens to be 150. So if you go to chapter 19, you'll see that the 19th frequency of the word Isa, or the name Isa, has been mentioned in chapter 19. It's been only mentioned once in there, in verse 34. Okay, as I said it before. And you notice that it's right there. You see how this line makes it easy for you to remember the Quran? Okay? This is amazing. Okay? None of this should work this way. But it does. Okay? Now, if I multiply 19 by 280, which is the 19th Qunit prime, I'm going to get a number which is 5320. This number, 5320, is the count of initials Aleph, Lam, Mim, Sad in chapter 7 in the Quran. Okay. This is our count. This is what God has bestowed, this huge blessing upon us. Okay? 5320 is the correct number of Alif Lam Mim Sad in chapter 7 in the Quran. Nothing else, just that. Just that number. According to that line, 19,150,280. And as I told you, that line is eternal. There's everything I'm telling you, these are eternal. They're not going to change. Okay? They are not going to change. 150 actually is equal to 2 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 3. The indices of these prime numbers are 1, 3, 3, 2. So I'm going to get a number which is 1233. Okay. This number happens to be a triprime, and it happens to be the 307th triprime. Okay. This number here is the 307th triprime, but 307th composite is 384. If I write 384 in base, if I assume that it's in base 10, in base 19 is going to look like 114 in base 19. Okay. How are all of these for signs from God? How are these from signs from God? Okay. But 384 actually factors out this 2 times 4 times 4 times 3 times 4. 2, 4, 4, 3, 4 are the number of units that you do in your 5 daily contact prayers. This is why I'm trying to tell you that. Please do not miss the contact prayers. See, when you do this, these things happen in the universe. And this is how you make contact with your Creator. Okay? These are not by accident, my friends. Okay? And as I said, do not listen to your family, do not listen to your friends, do not listen to your co-workers. You and God, that's what you have to consider. Okay? After a while, when they say that you are serious about this, they will gravitate towards the truth, because this is the truth. You are following the truth. Okay? They will eventually gravitate towards it. They have no other option, because the rest of the options do not exist. Okay? Those other options are falsehood and they do not exist. This is the truth. Okay? And we have to make sure that we understand this. And as I said, with these numbers that we see here, okay, none of these things are going to go away because people don't like it. Okay? God says that although the disbelievers or the idol worshippers may dislike it, they dislike it, that's just too bad. This is not going to go away. Okay? And if you think that somehow you're going to get poor or something, God will enrich you. God will give you from His bounty. Don't worry about it. That's not an issue. Okay? God will enrich you from the places you didn't even think. You weren't even counting on. Okay? Again, the case are in the Quran. Somehow He'll fix you up. If you are devoted to Him alone, okay? And as I said, it doesn't matter what the rest of the people do. You could be the only person in the world who does that. Okay? But as long as you are with God, you are the majority. They don't understand it. They can't see it. We see it. Okay? Because you have devoted yourself to God alone and no one else. Okay? This is a few things I wanted to tell you, and I wanted to get these points across to you. Okay? So I'm starting with very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. Okay? Very simple. 3 numbers. And somehow these 3 numbers provide this basis for the Quranic structure. Okay? And so we have to make sure that we understand our position in this universe. We understand that we belong to God. We are here at His pleasure. And we have to worship Him alone. And do not worry about what other people do or what other people say. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Okay? Because you are with God. God will support you. God will save you. That's His duty. That's what God says is a duty upon us. It's our right, okay, to save the faithful. So somehow He'll save you. So don't worry about it. You go ahead and do your thing. You do your prostrate and bow before God and forget about other people. It's irrelevant. Okay? So I'm going to stop here and we'll finish our Juma. Allahul Kabir. سبحان ربي العظيم الله الكبير الله الكبير سبحان ربي الأعلى الله الكبير الله الكبير سبحان ربي الأعلى الله الكبير أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله الله الكبير بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم الصراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الله الكبير سبحان ربي العظيم الله الكبير الله الكبير سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله الكبير، الله الكبير. سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله الكبير، الله الكبير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الله الكبير. سبحان